What's up, beautiful people? Welcome back to my channel. So today, as you can see, today is a very sultry, very intense smoky eye, and of course colorful and all that fun jazz. But we have some glowing skin, a glossy nude lip, and all that fun jazz, because today we are finally, and I'm saying finally because this shit was delayed so much, we're finally sitting down and playing with the new launch from Beauty Bay and Mmmmitchell, which is the Me, Myself, and Mmmmitchell Press Pigments eyeshadow palette right here. And of course, we have the mirror, we have all these shades, we of course flip it over and we have all these shades, and we have the pop-out mirror in the middle. So we have a lot to choose from. We have 32 shades inside of here. But I wanted to say really quick before I do this whole entire video and what I did on my eyes and all that fun jazz, this was going to be filmed like over 2 weeks ago, but I was in the process of moving to Tampa, and when that process happened, it was delayed in shipment for like a day or two, which caused it to be delivered to my old apartment. And it was put on hold, and then it was put on hold to be forwarded, and then never got to me. And so about 2 weeks later, it finally is in my hands. I was able to play with it and all that stuff. So finally, it went from my old apartment to the post office, which it sat there for like 2 weeks, and then it finally got to my new apartment. So if you want to see what the real tea is on this product, what I think of it, and of course, how I did this really intense full face, yes, full face, blush, highlight, contour, everything with just this Mmmmitchell palette, then keep on watching. Now, before we go in with eyes, of course, I'm going to go in with some base. Today, I'm not going to be using the Anastasia Eye Primer. I'm going to be using the P. Louise base, which is now available in Morphe stores in America. That is super amazing, but this primer is actually really good too. It has a little bit of a tackier feel than the Anastasia primer, but it works just as good. And of course, this was the original that started it all. This is the one that pretty much influenced a lot of other eye primers nowadays, but this primer is seriously sickening. For eyeshadow today, we're going to be going in with this beautiful, massive palette that I finally have gotten in the mail. Like I said in the beginning, it took a very long time to get here, but now it's finally here. And this is the Beauty Bay Me, Myself, and Mmmmitchell Press Pigment Eyeshadow Palette. Here it is in all of its beautiful glory. The packaging on the outside is beautiful. You open it up and you see the mirror, of course, but you see the first side of all the warm tone shades, and then you take the mirror right off and you get another side full of cool tones, blue tones, and purple tones. So there are 32 shades in total, all right here. As you can see, it is massive, beautiful, and I'm completely obsessed, and I have no idea what kind of look I want to go for. I think I want to go in with something just a little bit different than I usually do. I think I want to do a fun, intense, crazy eye, and I really want to get started with some maybe like purples, some greens, some deep blues, some warmer yellowy tones. I'm not exactly sure. This eye, I'm pretty sure, is going to be almost completely matte because there's mostly mattes in here, but I'm just really gravitating towards a few colors. I'm going to go in with the shade Morgan right here, which is actually the name of my twin brother. I'm going to use it on a Morphe Y18 brush, and I'm just going to pack this on to the outer corner and pack it inward into the crease just to get started with a look, because I really think that this purple is absolutely stunning. Just to blend out the crease a little bit, I'm going to go in with the shade right next door, which is called Miles High. It's like a nice lavendery kind of purpley shade. I'm going to take it on a Morphe M506 brush and just kind of going to blend right above the shade Morgan. I really want to do something different with this eye and give it a very Beetlejuice vibe, to give it a very Halloween vibe. I definitely want to go in with the shade, which is like Shmoney right here. Shmoney? I'm guessing. But yeah, so I'm going to go in with this really bright shade right here. I'm going to take it on the same Morphe M506 brush, blend it with this shade Miles High and Morgan, and just kind of get a nice little cohesive blend with everything. I'm going to use this pretty much as like my brow bone highlight. Of course, I want to do like a smoky outer corner kind of color, and I really could not decide on what color I want to do. I was thinking about doing Marty or Moody Mitch, but I really love Moody Mitch because it's like a nice deeper blue. So I think I'm just going to do it with that, because I don't want to go in with Mafia, which is like a black. I want to do something a little bit more in the blue tones. So I'm going to go in with that shade with an M503 brush from Morphe and just pack this on the outer corner, blending it in with the shade Morgan and with the shade Shmoney. I use a P. Louise eye base again as well for this. So now, before I go in, of course, with like the smoky in the outer corner, I'm going to definitely pick a pop of color onto the lid. And I did say it was going to be pretty much an all matte eye. I was thinking about doing pink because I have the purple, I have the green, I have the blue. Might as well do some pink. So I'm going to go in with the shade Morning Glory right here, which is like a nice hot pink. And I'm going to take it on a Jeffree Star JS11 Packer Crease brush. And I'm going to just apply this all over that base. And now I'm going to go in to the crease with the shade Morgan again. I'm actually just going to take it on an M506 brush again and just kind of pack it over top and mix it in with Morning Glory because I do not really want it to be a sharp cut crease. I definitely want to just make it a little bit smoky. Now I'm just going to take a little bit of the Moody Mitch again, using an M503 brush, and just kind of pack it on the outer corner, mix it in with the shade Morning Glory. I'm definitely loving this blend so far, and I'm really excited about seeing how this final look will be. Okay, so now that that eye is pretty much good to go, for now of course, I'm going to throw on the rest of this eye, my base, concealer, everything like that, and I will be right back to finish off these eye looks with you guys. Okay, so now I have the base on, the concealer on, the powder on. I'm using the RCMA setting powder, which is something new for me and I really like it. I'm using the Fenty Beauty Amber Matchstick for contouring. I'm using the e.l.f. concealer, and I'm also using the Makeup Forever Ultra HD foundation. So of course we have this base on. It is time to go in with the rest of this eye look. So I'm going to go back in with, of course, Moody Mitch for the outer corner. I'm thinking about doing a little bit more of the shmoney right here, like the nice green shade. I'm thinking about just kind of smoking out just a little bit, kind of making it a really intense kind of smoky eye. And I'm probably going to put that on the lower lash line as well. We're not sure. I'm going to wait and see. But I'm going to go in with a B18 brush from Morphe just to kind of smoke it out. For lash line, I'm actually going to use the shade Mist right here, which is like a nice bright blue. I'm going to use that shade, and I'm going to use Moody Mitch, just kind of smoke out the lower lash line, and just kind of get a nice, really fun blend. Now I'm just taking a BH blending brush, and I'm going to go in with this shade Shmoney, and I'm going to just kind of blend it below the shade Mist and Moody Mitch, just to kind of get a nice, really smoky effect. Now, as you can see, this look is getting a little excessive, and I'm loving that because I really wanted to go in with something really dramatic. I mean, it is October, obviously. You want to go in with some flair. I'm just going to try to clean up some of these lines a little bit later. But now, for the inner corner, because we already had the brow bone on, I'm going to go in with the shade Manchester right here, like a nice bright yellow. And I'm just going to pack that on with a Morphe M124 brush into the inner corners. Now that is done, I'm throwing on some mascara, some lashes, and some brows, and I'll be right back to finish off this entire face with you guys. Okay, so now I'm going to do something a little extra now that we got the eyes on. I am wearing the So Extra Mykonos from Lily Lashes, and I also put on some MAC Smolder Liner, and I've, of course, have the Anastasia Dip Brow Gel on the brows today. So I decided that I'm probably going to just do a full face using this palette. Like, I'm not even kidding. Blush, highlight, and contour, and see what happens. So for blush, I'm actually going to take a Morphe JS2 brush, and I'm going to go in with the shade Mr. H right here, which is like a nice peachier toned blush tone color. I'm just going to pack it on to the cheeks and see what happens. This is actually a really cute color. I thought it'd be fun because the pan sizes are so big, and because I want to try to use as many shades as possible. Why not do a full face using just one palette? I have not done that in a very long time, and I thought it would be really fun and cute. That color is really cute, actually. And now for contour, I'm going to attempt to go in with the shade Meh right here, which is like a nice, like, brownish shade. I'm going to take it on a Morphe M530 brush. I'm really nervous about this one, but let's see. Oh, okay. Hold on. Well, that's not bad. That might actually work. Oh, yeah. That actually does work. Wow. That color is cute as a bronzer. I definitely have always wanted to do like a full face using a big pigments palette. And that's why I'm glad I'm doing it with this, because this actually looks very cute so far. And now for some Morphe Continuous Setting Mist. Just to wet the skin before we go in with the next shade. I'm going to go in with the shade Minty right here because I want to go in with like a nice greenish tone highlight shade. So I'm going to take it on a Jeffree Star JS4 brush. Ooh, that's pretty. Oh my god. Well, a little goes a long way, as you can definitely see. Oh, that's actually really pretty though. That looks really cute with this like greenish eye effect going on. But we have to have glass-like skin because I've seen so many videos of like Mmmmitchell and like P. Louise and all the makeup that he's done on people, and they have to definitely be very like glowy, and that is super freaking intense. Wow. So now for a lip, I'm going to go in with a lip liner first. I'm going to go in with the NYX lip liner in the shade Nutmeg, just to line up my lips and just make it look nice and cute before we go in with a very pale nude in the middle. Now for lip color, I'm going to go in with the MAC Act Natural Matte Lipstick. This one is definitely going to be the right undertone of a nice nude color that's going to go with this lip look. I mean, it's just a touch of gloss, so I'm going to go in with Jeffree Star's The Gloss in the shade Legends Only. I'm just going to pop this on really quick, just going to go with this look, because it's beautiful. This is the final very bold look using the Me, Myself, and Mmmmitchell eyeshadow, or I should say pressed pigment palette right here. It is absolutely stunning. The packaging is super cute, and there is a lot to choose from inside of here. Like, you get a lot, okay? And I went with as many bold colors as I possibly could for this look, and honestly, not gonna lie, I'm kind of living for it. It's something very different, something a little bit more edgier than I usually do, especially how smoky it is, and it's definitely very in the season of fall, but even though it's really colorful, and it's kind of going with the vibe of being October already, and I'm loving it. So really quick, I'm just gonna say, I once again will say, I'm sorry about this video being a little bit later. I definitely was planning on filming this video a while back when I first was originally supposed to get it. I had to try to find it, and almost 20 days later, I finally got it in my hands, and now I'm filming a review on it for you guys. I know it's limited edition, so I definitely recommend picking it up while you can. So I did pretty much this entire full face using this palette, and I will say I had no issues with any of the shades. The blendability was good. They were pressed pigments, so they're very intense, very bright, very in your face, and I'm loving it. The only shade I had any issues with was Shimony right here, because of course I was trying to blend it outward and all that stuff, but honestly I had no issue with it. It was just my brush was just not loving me. Honestly, I'm really loving this very intense different eye, and I am planning on doing more videos with this palette in the future. Hopefully it'll be in stock for a while. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. Make sure you thumbs it up and subscribe to my channel if you haven't already, and I'll see you guys in the very near future. Love you. Bye.